Yo, this is Asino. Yeah, you logged in once again. Each and every time I sit here, it is exclusive interview and then organic ones. Yeah, today in the studios, I have no other person like a young champ who has done great for himself and then he's winning so many fights when it comes to boxing world. He's here to have a convo with me and I'm here to dive into his personal life and then also get you some more. Yeah, I'm not going to waste my time. Sometimes it is good to hear from the horse's own mouth. He's here right with me. Yeah, King Rosa, you're
And
here in the building. Nice having you on Pod Vibe with Asino.
thank you to have me.
Yeah.
I'm excited for it.
Yo, bro. It's nice having you on this platform. Yeah, it's been a long time coming. Yeah, I did a few research about how you grew up and everything. So, per my research, you are coming from the Angola.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So, in which state in Angola were you born, though?
I'm from South and like near to the beach.
Yeah.
That's where I grew up. Grew up with sports. It's like my father was football player, and I supposed to be also. I grew up with this discipline of try to be the best because it was really good.
Yeah.
And it just make it easy for me for what I do today because end of the day is all about discipline and football was the
Yeah.
base of discipline that I have today.
Yeah. So you grew up in the south side of Angola, and then later the chance came for you to migrate from, or the move from Angola to Brazil.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, that is correct, sir.
Yeah.
So at which time in your life did you jump into the boxing world, and why did you show up in the Olympics?
Yeah, that's a good point of my life. Like I grew up in south of my country, Angola, as they say. But when I finished my high school,
Yeah,
it's like 2006.
yeah,
In 2007, I decided to go to Brazil because I want to start my university. Was it high IT?
yeah, yeah,
Yeah, and it was a good time. I learned a lot there. I tried to keep play football, but didn't match the time of school, university, and the team I should play. And then I decided to just be focused at school. But I worked in the area of IT for many years, but I wasn't happy. I was good, let's say, finances, all this stuff. But at the end of the day, it's not the money.
yeah,
It's about who you are. And I was losing myself
yeah,
in office. And then I decided to look back to sport, but I didn't want to do football anymore.
yeah,
And
yeah,
I tried to do boxing. And it's like, yeah, I can learn. And then when I understood is that the boxing, there's a science behind. And I just decided to put my high Q from IT into the ring.
yeah.
That's what, but I were very, very obsessed in training. I didn't care about fight yet. I was so obsessed to
Training.
master the science.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
that's what make me who I am today.
So you converting being an IT engineer to a boxer. So would you say boxing was a passion or it was a talent you realized along the line?
Boxing I always was a calm person. I never fought even in the high school, something like that.
Not even in the street.
Not even at home.
Yeah,
Not
yeah,
even, yeah, always calm. And then when I boxing took it other part of it, any human being.
yeah,
But I never was angry even in the boxing. I just always try to be smart, to play game, and it's making me live a different part of my daily life. And until I was dream on to maybe one day become a professional.
become a professional.
Yeah, and it was like, but I was at the same time live the reality.
Yeah.
What's really difficult, while you live the reality, you live your dream. But I had to decide to live like a full-time boxing, and the full-time boxing mean like you're gonna stay without money. I'm not sell beautiful dream to people. I'm sell like decisions and take all the responsibility. And I know that I'm gonna go run without money, but I was running with my love, my passion, my dream. That's
Yeah.
what's making me wake up every day and do the same.
Yeah. So this passion came inwardly, like within you, and then at what point did you say, okay, I could try the Olympics? And then during the Olympics, you tell me the experience that went on.
Yeah, actually, everything started when I met my official first coach because it was the national Cuban team, and it didn't teach me how to beat people. It teach me the science, the movement, the Cuban style. It's so beautiful, It's like you don't need the ends up. It's like I like dance. I'm African, right?
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
love dance, and it's like when it was teach us, like always like a movement. I don't party, but when I go to the box gym, I feel like it's my
Yeah,
party
I've
time.
once seen you, during your fights, at a point when you've seen that 100% I've laid hands on this guy. You try to dance around and then move around. So I could see that dance thing in you. But it means you do that for fun. Yeah. You love what you do,
Yes.
what you do. So in during the Olympic stages, how was the performance from the round of 16 to the quarterfinals to the final? Like, did you win any fights?
No, actually, in the Olympic game, we were there to experience one new program. Was the program was like a boxing experience. But that time, I was in Brazil. I got invited to fight for my country, and we did some trial in my country, but we couldn't make it because you have like the African teams to fight each other, and then they qualify. The one that doesn't qualify has to go to the world qualifications,
Yeah,
and then because of a lot of the political stuff in my country, that doesn't matter here now. We
yeah.
couldn't go through
You
that.
skipped all those. Yeah.
Exactly, it's unnecessary, and but I got the opportunity to receive the invitations from association that Olympics to be part of this boxing experience.
Yeah.
What it was something started for the first time in Rio 2016 is that there was
That's the Rio de Janeiro, yeah?
yeah, it wasn't regional exactly. They was picky like the right person to do the job.
Yeah, yeah.
Be there in the Olympic game, be part of the Olympic game, train with the many people in the Olympic game, and I was peak. I was one of them. It wasn't so many people. I was one of them, and then I could experience all the Olympic atmosphere. I was training with them. I was part of the pre-Olympic training with the Cuban team. I could spar all these high elite guy. And the Olympic game, it was made me to decide to be a pro.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
was 16 because when I was spar all these high elite guys, made me understand that hey, dude, you're not so far away,
Yeah, yeah.
you still can do that. And then I decided to become a pro because so my style is not wasn't too much amateur style. It was like a professional style.
Yeah, yeah.
And it was 2016. 2017 is when I moved from Brazil to Portugal, where I did my debut. It was my first fight in 2017.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. So, professional, you started everything in Portugal.
Yes.
So you moved from Brazil to Portugal.
Exactly.
So how was your first fight, and who did you fight with?
I fought a guy with a lot of experience. We respect experience in the ring. It's important to stay active. That's why,
Yeah,
you talk
stick grinding.
exactly. Yeah, that's why I have to go again because of all that. And was a guy from Colombia, but he's living that time was living in Madrid. And was my first pro fight, but the guy was like a 30 something, 34, 35 fights.
So you had to beat the hell out of him. Yeah.
I have to, but the problem is like I was almost a year since the Olympics game until this time in 2017, like get ready for fight, and people was darking me. It's like, oh, you're gonna fight this guy. They say, oh, this guy is okay, I can fight. Then when they check out on him, they dark me. They don't accept fighting me anymore. And I was like lose the weight to get ready, and they cancel my fight. Then gain weight again, lose, and I was just upset with this. It's because box not until you sign the contract, it's not sure. And then when I got this opportunity to fight with the Barbosa promotion, what is in Portugal is important to mention because I appreciate him a lot. They gave me the opportunity to do my debut because I was looking forward for that. Yeah. It's important, by the way, Barbosa promotion in Porto. The guy came from Madrid, and the amazing is that he's a lot of experience. I didn't think about how gonna be the fight. I was like a kid, and someone promised him to go to the kindergarten to play with all those kids. I was like, I just want to be there, And the amazing, what's not that it should have never happened. My opponent didn't come in weight in. It didn't show. It didn't show in a weight in. It means I didn't know how many weight it was in time. I came there, I give my weight, and they make a picture in scale.
Yeah.
Oh, this is the weight of his opponent.
Your opponent.
Yeah,
so they
but
just sent you a picture.
A picture of scale.
Yeah.
But it didn't mean it was there. And then my promoter said, "That's the guy." They send the picture. I say, "It's okay for you." Say, "I just want him here."
Want to experience that.
Yeah, just bring him. I don't care. And then I was so excited that I was cheer for him. In the moment that they was call his name, like he now gonna come, blah 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 blah.
Yeah.
I was like,
Yeah.
is he there? Because I used to people don't fight me,
Yeah.
And they were like, he's there. And then when I see that, I was,
Let's
go. I was screaming to him because I was so excited, And the fight it was very very good. I won, and like 2 years after, he wrote me.
He wants to come back. Yeah.
I didn't go come back. He wrote me, tell me like I was one of the more difficult fights he ever had, because he fought a big guy this time, and they called me, "Oh, this guy is big, but you were far better than him." So I was really happy to hear from that. But yeah, it was an amazing experience, my debut.
So on a normal day, like when you started, seeing that people are supporting you, you were getting some promotions, and all the eyeballs were coming on you. On a normal day, what were you doing to prepare yourself for a bigger stage?
And normal day is the most important day, actually. It's what you do every day. What you do matters. What you eat, what time you sleep, people you deal with is your daily. You become what you do daily, not what you do one time when the stage is there for you. No, because you're only gonna show in the stage what you do daily. And we used to say you cannot cheat in the ground.
Yeah, for sure. You cannot cheat on it.
There you go. And I'm so commitment to my daily, because I know it's hard sport. It's not like I'll go work today. If something go wrong, I'll come back tomorrow. No, it's like your life in line. And I'm be honest. And I have people that care about me, and also my work. I work with the people. And my image. That's why I work so hard and daily. And when I mean daily, I say I need to try my best to be in shape. I don't say what I eat is not diet anymore. It's like it's lifestyle, my food. My routine is lifestyle. I run more than anyone else.
Yeah. So in a day, I've seen you for a while now, and then I quite remember the last time I asked of how many kilometers you've run was I think last year. Yeah, you told me you've made I think 20 kilometers that very day. So is it a normal routine for you every day you make 20 kilometers, or there are something else you do extra to add up?
It's like you remember one of time I got appointment with you to cut my hair.
Yeah.
And the distance from where I was to your barbershop,
I remember all those stuff. Yeah.
Was 14
Yeah.
kilometers, and I tried to go straight there running, and you got me sweating, right? Remember?
I remember.
Yeah, I cut, and because running is not only physical, it actually is more mental and psychological. Because for me, run is my therapy. It's the only moment that I'm with my playlist, the one I pick, and I'm into myself. There's one word I want to share here. Is like we know the word we say, understand, right? We all want understand what's going on. What understand mean? Like understand, right? But one stuff I look forward is like understand.
So you want to understand yourself.
Thank you so much. Exactly, because we don't do that. We look around. Because our eyes was made to look forward, right? But I try to make this high look inside of myself. Because if I want to control what's going on around of me, only way to start is control myself.
Yeah.
And then the run is all about to understand me, and this daily running, because I need to shake on my understand or understand it daily, because
Daily.
I can fail, I can mistake, I can go out of the track that I'm planning on. And this therapy is about like talk to myself, understand what I did, how I did, and then know what I'm gonna do. Sometimes forgive myself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There are a lot of stuff you do for yourself to become a pro fighter as you are today. So, because of what you said, I just want to know, how do you value physical training and mental training? Like, how do you value these two? Because some boxers that I've known, they do a whole lot of physical training, but I think mental training is also part of the journey. So how do you value the two?
That's a good question, a good point. It's not only for professional, it's for everyone. Yeah, for everyone, trust me. Everyone. I repeat, everyone. When I say that, because everything is mind. There's no another way around. Is that the body follow the mind.
Yeah.
You never be opposite.
Yeah.
Everything you do starts in your mind.
Yeah.
You never turn your face to the left side or to the right without thinking this movement before.
Yeah.
Is like we say, is a voluntary. No, it's voluntary.
Yeah.
If you are in control of your mind, you do what your mind
What your mind
you
says.
control your mind. You control your mind, and your mind give it
The feedback.
exactly to the body, to the decision, to whatever. And the mind is just so important that people don't figure out, because we don't talk about the psychological part in our society. It's like taboo, and there's a lot of stuff about mind, and the only stuff that require mind for me personally is sometimes stay alone. When I say stay alone, I will tell you something that maybe is a little bit weird to say, but when you are with the friends, sometimes we act. Because why I say act, I want to try to be the best friend I can be for you. I'm act to be a friend for you. You know what I mean? I give you my attention to you. As you give your attention to me, that's why we are a good friend. But the only moment that I can give my attention to myself is when I'm not surrounding nobody. And that's why me time is so important as well, time with the people. Because when I'm with myself, I'm training. I'm training mental, I'm training my behavior, I'm training the way I deal with the people. When I'm with you, I have opportunity to perform what I was training when I was alone. That's why my running is so long, as you said, because I know nobody gonna run to me.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I need to run alone to have this me time.
Yeah. So basically, both should work hand in hand. Like the physical training should be there, the mental training should be there as a pro fighter, or each and everybody needs that. Yeah. So I want to jump very fast to,
Yes, sir.
to the side that I want to have an interesting conversation once again with you. Like, which fight of yours was the toughest one that
Wow.
yeah.
Okay. Well, I guess in the pro, I would tell you honestly is that difficult was a little bit emotional, not even, and before physical and then emotional was in Detroit, Michigan, when I fought in US.
Detroit,
Yeah, Detroit. Yeah, it was difficult because I was already 3 months training harder in California, Los Angeles, and we got some opportunity to fight, and then they duck on us. Yeah, they say, we don't want to train, and you have to keep fighting, training. And I got sick 2 times in this camp, and what it means sick, you have to eat to recover, you have to drink to recover. It means your weight come up again, and your body starts to burn out. You start to be stressed. But even that, I was keep doing. Then we received this opportunity to fight. It was a really good fight, important fight. The guy was undefeated, and it's like, okay, let's go. We made everything we could. We flew from LA to Detroit, Michigan. It's really far. It's like almost Canada. It's really far. It's a lot of hours. And then
that got you much exhausted.
I was relaxed in this moment, because this moment when I'm almost in the weight and I'm gonna go something far, I try to empty my mind. I try to don't think, but the more you think, the more it drive you for where you don't want to go. Because the mind is good, but it's a trick also. You need to play well with your mind, you know. Yeah, what will come? But the problem, like in Detroit, I have my diet, the way I eat, right? And you know the American food.
Yeah.
After I gave the weight, I was so skinny, was good, and I cut it 3 kilos from 8 o'clock p.m. to midnight. 3 kilo in the bathroom with the warm water. Like I put the warm water in the bath, I stay there until I don't feel warm anymore. I go out, I put the towel on me, I stay there until sweat. I clean myself, warm the water again, and for 3 hours, 3 kilos to make the weight. And then I gave the weight. But the big problem was I tried to recover by eat, hydrate, and nurture myself, and I couldn't because my body took all the food out. And I was not scared, but I know it doesn't work like that. You need to recover to be there strong. And I couldn't. And I try again. The food didn't match with my body. And I said to my coach, look, don't worry. I'll drink water and sleep. And then when we went to the fight, I was the same way I gave it the weight. And it shouldn't be like that. My opponent came bigger. What's good for him? And then I looked to him. Yeah, he was bigger than me. And I looked at him and I was talking to myself. I say, okay, so what you can do to win this fight. And my coach was excited. Yeah, let's go. You're gonna beat him. And
I think this thing, the coaches of boxers. I was telling a friend that one of the most wicked people on earth are the coaches of a boxer.
Why?
You can see that the person is dying out, but they
So
will
let's
tell
go.
you,
Let's go. Right?
Yeah, but bro, that is their profession. I'm not saying anything to
No, but
know the names.
no, but it's true. But also in my point, like I believe that he believed on me in that time, but he didn't know what's going on in the correct moment. Even I explained to him, and I asked myself, Sidney, you don't have the power to bring him down. No, I didn't have. But I asked myself, I told myself, you don't have the power, but you have the IQ in the ring. And I never did much rounds than I did. I did 80 rounds. 80 rounds like never hand. And he was so powerful. What's a different position? So I took myself because it's important. I take my soul, I put in the front, my mind, and we
you have
talk.
to lead your own self.
Exactly. And then we had this talk like we are cool. We have enough today to do this fight very well. And then we did this fight. It was so difficult. It was the most difficult fight because not because the opponent was difficult. Because I was fighting against myself.
The process was so difficult.
Exactly.
I get it. So which one was the most easiest one that you think, I never...
Last one.
The last one you had, yeah.
Yeah, the last one.
We're coming there. That was the one you had not too long ago, like 3 weeks ago.
Yeah, 2 weeks ago. The last one was easy. I guess my style sometimes make it look like easy, because you can see me fighting. I'm not upset. I'm enjoying. You can see joy in my face. I love to be there. I move. I'm relaxed, and this is make it difficult for my opponent. That is like, I want to kill you, and that's a match. Like someone's come to you and scream at you, tell your name, or try to even be aggressive, and you're like, I got it. Don't worry. I will do it. Okay. You see like you are mental controlled, not the control your emotions, or emotion intelligence is on top, and you open and
he's panting too much. Yeah. So,
exactly.
You've talked about the highs and lows in your journey when it comes to fight. Yeah. So, how do you manage yourself after maybe a fight that you've lost? How do you manage yourself behind the stage, and what do you go through to recover for the next?
I guess that's the fight I like to talk the more. The one I didn't win, because they are the kind of fight that make you.
Yeah, that makes you strong.
Yeah, because you know what happened when we win? We celebrate.
Yeah.
Right? What happened when we lose? We stop and we sink. Many people cannot come back from the losses, right?
Yeah, for sure.
But the winners is the one come back from loss, because there's nothing more can teach more than lose something. You learn, you appreciate it, you correct yourself, you become humble, you understand where you were wrong.
Yeah.
And those losses, I got those losses in my career, and this loss, I told you in Detroit, I lost to myself. We fought until the end. And by the way, my two punch was the last punch in the fight. Like pam peeping, I want more. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. And I lost to one. I didn't lose. I will never admit that the loss in here,
In
in
Portugal.
no in Rostock.
Rostock,
Yeah,
yeah, in Germany.
in Germany.
Yeah.
I didn't lose. They took the result from me.
I think I saw the highlights. I
Yeah,
saw the highlights, and then even my guys that we watched those highlights together was like, was it real that this thing happened?
yeah, yeah.
But sometimes we might not be professional. Reading the scorecards and everything, we cannot say what's transpired on the scorecard. So we admit it. But as you said, you would not admit, but you keep on moving.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let
And
it go.
and that is what you know keeps your head up every day. Yeah. So it is nice to admit that way. But one thing I want to know is like how do you blend your personal life with this career that you've chosen?
I guess the most important is like is people that is around
You,
you
yeah.
understand what you do is what you become.
Yeah,
You
for
know,
sure.
so that's why even in my personal life, I'm who I am as a professional. Because when I sit on table with you to eat, I'm a personal boxer. You know why?
Yeah.
Because my diet is for the food I'm eating for you is about what I do as a professional.
Yeah.
The time I'm sleepy, the guys that say I'm sorry I cannot go party. What's in my personal life is about my personal life. So they work together, and I need to respect both.
So clearly, you have to get a partner that understand your normal routine, and that will help build you.
That's the only way.
Because if not, if you don't have peace of mind at home, you don't have like people to understand your personal journey, it's going to hit you at the back when it gets into the ring.
Yeah, but it's also my responsibility to don't allow it happen at the end of the day, because people in the end they say, "Oh, I'm really sorry, I didn't know," but it's done. So it's on me to like show you are my friend. I do all I do. Sometimes I cannot catch up with you because I do what I do, but I'm so excited to do so well what I do. To one day you stop yourself. Now I understand why you didn't came.
Yeah.
Now I understand why you didn't party with us. I understand you didn't show
Yeah.
up at that time because you were training.
You were training.
But
You
for
needed
that,
your
I
silence.
need to show you the result of this absence.
Yeah.
Does make sense?
I get it.
Yeah.
I get it. So in your boxing journey or your fight journey, do you think promoters help to make a boxer a professional one? And if I should put it in another direction, how has promoters or promotion help you as a pro boxer?
This is my first time in all my career that I sign up with the promoter. I have worked alone for many years. Alone. When I say alone, is really alone.
So winning those fights was your own journey that you built consistently.
In my almost of the time, no promotion, no sponsors, no nothing.
Yeah.
And almost of the time, no sparring. Almost time, no training.
We're going to talk about those sparring section. But
Yeah, it's like I go run, I make my weight, and I go fight because I know how to box it. I still have to learn. I know how to box enough to do what I do in this stage, this level of him.
Yeah.
And I just have to be sure that my body, my physical is ready because I'm not 22 years old anymore. And I play with my mind every day.
Sure.
I put me in a situation that I'm sure that they will go put me. So I put myself before they even try. Because when they try, I will be in my room. I will be comfortable. So promoters like it's difficult to talk about promoter in the pro box because there's a lot of kind of promoter. There's a promoter there to build you up in a way that they know eventually everything gonna come good for all of you. But there's a promoter that they're there to use you because there's a promoter that wanna promote you to make you them product.
Yeah.
So that's why you have to be really take care of yourself to don't sign with someone doesn't help you because can or cannot. The guy I signed in Portugal, what's it like, Arena Matosinhos, is my promoter today, Cesar. I know he's worked for many years, even before we worked together. I fought once in his event in Portugal. One of fight I have was in his event. And I know how it works. I never, all my career, I never had like one fight after other. What's really important? Stay busy is important. Now, the more you fight, the better you become. And I was always like a fight, and then they duck. What I mean duck, to who doesn't understand, duck is when someone should fight you, and then afterward you say, no,
I'm not going to fight
I'm not fight you.
anymore.
Yeah, they duck you. That's what you use in America. Yeah. So they duck me, and they just say you just have to keep going. Yeah, there's no way like, they don't want, I want to give up. No.
Yeah. So, have you thought in mind that you want to represent your home country as Angola as a pro fighter, or you still want to stay with Brazil since that was the place you grew up?
Now you're gonna put me in trouble. Actually, I did a lot to represent my country in the amateurs. I flew a lot from Brazil to Angola with my own money. What's cheaper? It's like I don't know, 9 hours fly.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, it's not only one time. I tried several times, and I had the promises from them. If you come, you're gonna do that and that and that. But and in general, Africa, we speak a lot. We do less. Sorry to say that, and I don't like this part because we are doer. We do stuff. We talk less and we do more. And today, as a pro, I never thought about like raising my flag, But the only moment I can do that if I'm fighting for one a world title. I have to, because I need to represent the country, and if I should represent something,
it will be your home country.
No, I don't say that I'm proud to represent my country. I'm African, I'm Angola. I'm proud to be African Angola. But when you talk about my country, it's really important we separate these two parts. I will talk about the people we love in our country. I will talk about the product to born there.
In a nice way, you wanted to say you were expecting them to contribute parts to contribute in your boxing journey, but they never show up. You did your best showing up each and every time they call you. They never did. So that makes you feel that you cannot.
I cannot count on them. I cannot raise my flag and say I'm proud of. Just to be clear, it's a little bit difficult to explain. But
I get you. Not to push you on the wall.
No, but real quickly, just because I started, I was like, it's high something. I'm not like when you talk about representing my country, my question is, who am I represent? The population, the Angola people, the geographical area, what Angola is in Africa, the Africa continent as a black man. These I want to represent. But when I talk about my country, it's really important to understand, do I represent the people that run my country?
The entire country, like the motherland, the Angolans, they're like...
Yes. This is something making me proud, because end of the day, what I want to do is that remind to this the young man that is where I come from, that if you work harder, you can do whatever you want. It's not only in the boxing. That's one of stuff that drives me to keep going. Like you came from nothing.
Now you're somebody.
Because like it's not your fault where you come from, or what you had when you was young. Your younghood story is not your fault.
I get it.
You're responsible to drive yourself once you realize what life it is about. And that's what I want to motivate those people. They say, I would like to do, but I cannot do because no, you can do with whatever you have, even nothing. You still can do. I don't say easy.
I respect that. I respect that. So has there been any moment that you've sat back and say, I would want to quit?
Wow. Okay. No.
There has not been any.
No, I will finish early because I'm not young anymore, because I don't want to box retire me. I want to retire from box. Difference,
Yeah, I know the difference in...
Exactly, but I can't not say...
But there has not been any moment like that.
Okay, my question is, I have put so much in my life to this sport. If I give up, what am I gonna do? I'll give up.
Winners don't quit.
No, I can't. Don't quit because I can't quit. Sorry, I can't quit because I quit high tea.
Yeah.
I already quit something.
But if you should do the plus and minuses, to say because you quit IT and now you are a pro boxer, and then you're having some up and downs in your boxing journey.
Yes.
And then you want to tell yourself that because I quit the IT, I don't want to quit this one also.
No, because when I decided to do boxing, I didn't have nothing. I didn't know even how to jab, to be honest with you. So I was sure what I want to do.
Yeah.
And I stopped to do whatever should help me to do what I do today. It means like boxing was a dream.
Yeah.
I can say today.
Yeah.
Today I'm living the dream. Okay. In my own way, I'm not saying I'm like all these guys.
Yeah,
it's my daily. I live it, and I love the way I live it. It's making the best version of myself, and you're still making. And the quit of it, like what people should be afraid of is do the same different ways.
Yeah.
And then because it's different ways, they don't understand it's the same. For example, I quit in the high tea to do box, right? If I quit the box because it's difficult, I will pick something else, right?
Yeah.
What happened when I get it difficult? I will quit again.
Yeah.
You know what I become? A quitter.
Yes. Yeah, you become a quitter. So a quick one. Have you made something worthy in your life journey? Like you say, I'm proud of this because I quitted being an IT man. Or let me put in a nice way to say, is it worth it now to say that you quitting the IT, the boxing has made me who I am, and something worthy has come into my hands, or I've gotten something good?
Yeah, because simply is that if I should keep being in IT area, maybe I should have a zero income, like sure income. No?
Yeah, sure income.
I don't need to worry about. But I will never perform. I will never be the guy. And as I say, my father was a football player. He was a reference. And me be a reference in the boxing is part of my father's legacy.
Yeah.
And be IT, I should never had, because I say that because I work in a company that we was creating programs in all these stuff, all this system, IT, that we didn't took the props. The props was taken from the bosses of the engineering area or something.
Yeah.
Me in IT, if I should be fat, overweight, okay?
Yeah,
because the routine of IT, we don't sleep, we drink all this soda, we eat fast food because we don't have time.
Yeah.
And I should be unhealthy. I should be disgusted with myself. I should be unhappy with some money bank account, maybe. And that's it.
Yeah. So that is how you measure your worth. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. And that is pretty cool. I saw you over the years traveling to many countries, Serbia, Portugal, the US of A, and other European countries. You one time flew to Riyadh, that is in Saudi Arabia.
Yes.
Yeah. There was a fight between Ngannou on.
No, this one was Fury and Usyk.
Fury and Usyk, yeah. So my concern now is, as a boxer, you sitting back to watch your colleague fight. How do you feel?
Okay, I had this experience in there. I had this experience in California. So the guy I was in camp with, and we trained together. We know each other better. I spurred him. I helped him a lot as he helped me. And he asked me to come over to be in his corner. So yeah, I was in the corner of a friend that he was fighting.
Yeah. But I want to know the experience. Sometimes when you are a normal man, you sit, or a layman, you sit behind a TV watching people fight. A punch or the sound of a glove,
yes,
can make you feel that this is a hard one. So as a pro boxer like you, when you see your colleague fight, how do you feel when you hear those sounds?
I guess that's the moment there's no feelings. Okay, to be honest.
You feel your own feelings.
Yeah, so you have to, because feelings and rationale That's a match. You cannot be emotional to be rational. And my experience to be in a corner or even in the ring when I'm fight, I receive a punch in my face, or my friend receive a punch in the face. The first point, like, what's it wrong? If my hands down, my move is slow, it's better than me, or we have to make the questions and adjust ourselves in that moment for what we did as a train. When I train or when I was training him, I need to give it tips that it gonna change the situation. This punch doesn't come again. Because think with me, what happened when I use my emotion this moment? I will feel sorry about my friend, right? Or I'll feel sorry about myself in the ring. That's almost the time when we quit. That's almost the time when you don't have the right words to give to our friends to overcome the situation.
Yeah.
So I don't feel that at all. I have a strategy, tactic to overcome that.
So, in the field of play or in the field of fight, does the crowd, the noise that they make, does it count or does it affect you?
Oh, that's a good point. I'm so lucky when I'm in the ring that I don't hear so much what people, because I'm so into me and the guy in front of me, doesn't influence me at all. But I have this kind of stuff I do wherever I go fight. In the middle of the interval, we have 1 minute to recover, to talk with our coach. Sometimes I got it to my coach after 30 seconds.
Before
To back to another round. And I go to the crowd and I scream to them. I am the one scream to the crowd. Say, let's go. You are not entertained. This is my stuff. Because why I'm say that? Because at the end of the day, I'm there to do the job.
Yeah.
And I have to posture myself. I have to behave as the main event.
Yeah.
If I look to the crowd and they start to make me feel nervous or something, it means it's not place to be. It means I'm not the boxer that I thought I was. Because when you are a boxer, when you are performer, when you are artist, when you are painter, dancer, or whatever, you need be in the crowd is part of what you are. You cannot just perform good when nobody's there.
Yeah.
When the people is there, you have a problem. That's why I say, if you are able to work hard in the dark, you want to shine in the light.
Yeah.
That's what comes from this cool down.
You flew to the US of A.
Yeah.
To the Manny Mayweather sparring boxing team. Yeah. And what was the experience like? Does that one add anything to your boxing life or boxing journey?
For me, the Mayweather box gym is the peak of the mountain for any boxing around the world.
Yeah.
Wants to go into there, experience, train there. And I got that, come from where I come from, it means a lot to me.
Yeah.
Because Mayweather box gym is something all boxers used to see on YouTube or whatever. And they even call the dog house. Yeah, it's different gym around of the world. Today, not as much because Mayweather is retired, but still Mayweather box gym. When I was there, I didn't spar because my coach was in LA, and we have sort of rules like we apply this rule. If I spar you, you are with your coach. I don't spar you without my coach.
Yeah.
Because when you spar someone, he's sparring. See, there are two people. Him and his coach give him advice. And when you are alone, because as I say, box is not to go to do the work, it doesn't work, you come back. It's like many people, they get hurt, not in the fight.
Yeah.
They get hurt in sparring. And when they go to the fight, little touch, and they are down. So that's why you have to take care about sparring. I use sparring a lot to improve myself, but I reach a level, so to say, a technical level, a personal level, that today I don't need to spar so much because I don't have nothing to prove anymore.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, because spar is something that you want to prove us if you have the dog on us, And then when you realize that, you start to be more smart. You say, okay, what's the point of sparring? I will grow in something. I will learn something. So you have to understand that, but. I've sparred everywhere in the world, everywhere.
Yeah. So to round up the conversation, you have how many wings in your back? You have 6 wings in your back, and then how many KOs do you have?
Oh, that's good. People love KOs. I'm not kind of a KO lover because it's so hard for me to fight. When I say so hard, like I train so hard and I fight so less, right? I should fight at least.
Five rounds?
No, four fights a year at least. I do one fight in 2 years because people dark me and I don't have promoter. Now I have promoter. That's why I'll fight more this year.
You can fight more.
Yeah, exactly. And then because I don't fight often, it's like when I'm in the fight, I don't want to knock the people out.
Yeah.
I don't want. I want to enjoy.
want to love-
Yeah, I want to enjoy. I want to be there. Like you excited for your party, and then you invite people, you buy everything, and then your party start, and then the police or the neighbor say, "Hey, it's too much noise. I wanna you don't want to stop your party."
Yeah.
People wanna knock him out. No, though I love beer. Even my opponent last time, I put once it was in the floor, not knocked down, and the referee was counted. I was screaming to him, "Hey man, let's go! Come on, come back!" When you knock people out often, and you find someone can cook you and bring you more time in the ring than you used to be. Yeah.
Then
you water. You are out of your.
Yeah. You get pantsing out. Yeah.
That's why you need to take experience. And for me, I don't like it knockout. I don't even think about knock people out because I'll tell you something. You don't knock people out. Knockout happen.
Yeah, it happens.
If you cannot go there, I'll knock him out. It's total disrespect. You're gonna get a cut. So if you think that you wanna, my type, for example, I like cooking. When you see the uppercuts, for example, it's because before I was cooking. You know what I mean? I was taking his breed out. I was throwing it in the body. I was making him don't want anymore. I was making believe he don't want to be there with me first.
Yeah.
And then that's why you see me, my hand is down. Why my hand is down? Because this guy don't want to stay there anymore. He don't have energy to beat me. He doesn't have energy to protect himself.
Yeah.
My hand is down because it's like when I start my fight, if you see, my hand is up because I respect my opponent. But I play my game in order to slow him down. That's why I start slowly, 10%. In my opponent, they start 100%.
Yeah.
But the problem they forgot, the way is like I'm 20, they're 18. They start to come down, and then we meet each other on the middle, not 50-50. But you're gonna keep going down more tired, and I'm just getting better.
Yeah.
And then when I'm here, it's there. It looks like why it's so easy?
Yeah. I think I was about to ask, what's your secret to win people? But I think this small chat that you've shown us, I think, clarifies the whole thing. So, bringing everything to an end, what would you want to do in the future for yourself and the community as a boxer?
Okay. Important is that I believe in the God, I believe in Jesus. You know, they know what is better for me more than I would like to have. I don't wish nothing in the box career than my healthy and the opportunity to fight until a certain point of time that I would decide to don't fight anymore. Because I just want to retire from boxing in the time that I feel like. I don't wish to be a world champion.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter because I've seen world champion, but they are not the world champion.
Yeah.
Real world champion. You know, I don't know if you hear about world champion or the people champion.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
No, I want to be the people champion. I want to be the guy that the people remind me that he never given up. He was always there, even though everything was become tough. So I don't. If you ask me, do you like to fight in the Vegas big stage? For sure. But do you wish? No, I don't. I'm just working my process. I don't think about next month. I'm thinking about tomorrow. Yeah. It's one day after other. And then let everything in God's hands because I don't know nothing what come after. That's the way I think. That's why I enjoy each moment of my life.
Yeah, but would you do something? Let's say if you pass through the process and retire safely, would you do something for the community?
Totally.
If yes, then what would that be?
Oh, wow.
Would you want to have a place to train people how to fight?
This is a goal, actually. This is a project to come after a professional boxer. And that's why I'm taking the most experience I can take so I can give to the youngsters, you know. And I want to work the most for the people they don't have support. The one they don't believe themselves, you know. The one they believe they cannot make it because.
Yeah.
Because I've done that without a lot of stuff that I want to show them that it's capable. And as you say, yes, I want to have a gym. I want to stay in the gym. I want to keep fly around the world, yes, to help people. Because I know a lot of people on my career. I want to keep in touch with them. I still want to learn, even when I retire. I have a coach that I can call a friend, Anthony from LA. We are really friends, and he's my coach. And I want to go there even after retire, to learn from him, to help him, to coach the young fighter that he has. So yes, I want to still live a box life, but I just don't have to be in the ring until a certain point. But I want to help people that want to stay in the ring.
So your diet also contributes much when it comes
No,
to
it's everything. When I'm out of diet, I'm some count that I cannot buy I have my diet, I go banana.
I get it. That was the experience you had when you were in the US of A.
Exactly. And so, when I talk about, important to talk about that for me, to the people, about the what you eat, is what you are made of. What I'm saying is that I don't say people should do what I do, for sure. I guess to explain is that energy is so important for me. Is that every time when you eat, you feel this sort of
you're stressed,
right? Like I die. I feel like you know what I mean. You don't want to move because the energy of your gut is processing the food that you just put in the body. I mean, you have to check out what kind of food you are put, how long this food takes to process, and how much you're gonna take from your energy. And then when you see me move every day, it's because my diet helped me on that. For example, I eat once a day. I eat like my meals is like end of the day. It's my first and my last. And when I say I'm not about even what type of food I eat, is not the point. You can eat whatever you want. What I'm trying to say, if you start to eat less, you're gonna give you more energy for your body. Work on your body, gonna create the amount of energy that you need for your schedule, your daily schedule. Because the problem, like today's our food, nowadays our food, they don't have the same nutrients that our grandpa they had. That's why we have to watch out the processed food. Sometimes, let's say I ate my lunch today, I'm cool, it's my perfect, the amount of calories, so to say. And then I call you, hey, where are you? Oh, I'm here in the coffee. Oh, I'm come over, and I sit there with you, and then you are with your coffee, beautiful cake, it looks good. And then you say, you wanna try? I say, no, try, it's really delicious. I say, okay, I'll try. But we don't count how many stuff you are eating during the day is out of our self-nutrition.
All right, King Groza, thanks for having you on this show.
Thank you for having me here, bro. I appreciate it so much.
I appreciate that one, Yo, so people, there you have it. This is King Rosa, the man who is killing the game each and every time he gets into the ring. He came through to have a conversation with PODVIBESWIDASINO. And I like his submissions. And then stay with me, share the comments, let it flow, and then tag a brother or a sister to do the needful. I respect everybody. We are out.